Wizards of the Coast did something absolutely dumbfounding in the world of Magic the Gathering, and it's something that we desperately need to talk about. Something has happened, and it is not right. Well, this is all going to surround about a controversy that has happened with March of the Machines Aftermath. The Aftermath set is the set that comes out after March of the Machines, which is, I believe, just came out in Standard not too long ago. I think they just had the pre-release for this set. March of the Machines Aftermath, the pre-release is in May. It's very soon. It's only a few weeks away. Now, there's a situation here. Old School MTG actually put up a bunch of videos unpacking March of the Machines Aftermath collector's boosters, literally spoiling almost the entire set, not really knowing at first what to really do with it. So he was like, oh, let's make videos on it. Well, now this situation has escalated. It escalated to the point where Wizards of the Coast showed up at his door. Actually, a private security firm or a private detective agency showed up at his home address and confiscated the product. Now, last night we talked about this at length during a live stream. I usually live stream every Friday, Saturday night when I'm not working. And it's a one way if you guys want to come along with the channel, support the channel, hop into the live streams, let's go Oilers type of thing. That's where you want to come and do that. It's surprising though that I had Old School MTG actually come check out the live stream. I'm guessing he watched majority of it, and he left a comment with some extra info for this. At one point we were talking about South Park and Timmy. It was 22 collector boxes. I paid approximately $4,000. So Wizards of the Coast picked up $4,000 worth of product from this guy. If I didn't cooperate and hand it over, I was threatened with 1 to 10 years in jail and a $200,000 fine. Ironically, I own stock in Hasbro.
Who is it?
Goons.
Who?
Hired goons.
Hired goons?
March of the Machine Aftermath Epilogue Booster is supposed to come out May 12th, 2023. Keep this in mind. Now, pre-release for March of the Machines was April 14th to the 20th. Literally pretty much a month apart from each other. So it's not surprising that some stores or some places may even have this product sitting on the shelves already, or in this case, shipped out the wrong product. March of the Machines and March of the Machines Aftermath, literally two sets that are coming out within a month of each other, and the only difference in the name is the word Aftermath. That's it. Now, when it comes to boxes, if you look back at the landfill, we couldn't tell on the side of the boxes what was in them. I brought up one of the photos from the landfill situation. Now, there was a lot of thought that these were just the 3-packs that you would get at like Walmart or Target, but there was a lot more to this story, because if you look in the background of these photos, you could actually see there was quite a bit more product up at the dozer and stuff like that. These boxes, you don't really have an idea on what's in them, and there's just this label affixed to the side that would sit there and tell you either it's saying March of the Machines or March of the Machines Aftermath. That one extra word is going to be there. It's going to be a different barcode. I'm sure if we take a look at some of Rudy's videos, you can see these boxes and you can see the similarity between each set. As we can see here in Rudy's millions of dollars of Magic the Gathering losses video, where he goes around showing the boxes of the product he has received. You can see here written on the side of this one up in the corner here, collector booster display for MTG Mom. And for those that can't see it very easily here, maybe this will make things a little bit easier. So it simply says MTG Mom. Now for March of the Machines Aftermath, it says Matt. How easy or how hard would that to be to screw up? Two sets very close to each other in a warehouse. One says Mom, the other one says Matt. And that's what it sounds like has happened in this circumstance. Now, this is no fault of his own, no fault of Old School MTG that he ended up with this product. If that was the case, if it got shipped out very early, the product would have already been printed and is just sitting in the warehouse waiting to be distributed. And even so, if you look down below the barcode, it says MTG Mom Collector box is all it says. So that would say MTG matte collector box. That would be the only difference between these two, other than the barcode number would be different, and it would scan. I tell you right now, the scan would say MTGM probably in the scanner, because those scanners don't have a lot of info on them, and they're like, okay, just ship it, we don't care, whatever, get it out of our way, because this box easily was put in the way. This is a simple mistake. This is a very simple mistake. I used to work in shipping and receiving. This is a mistake where someone has on the pallet right next to each other, they move the pallet off the truck, they put it down, someone else comes along and goes, oh, this is the pallet that goes to this store, let's send it out. So this would have been an entire pallet, probably ended up at some place, not really knowing that this was a problem. Now, to throw in the mix on all of this, WPN stores are allowed to sell product pretty early. They're allowed to sell it at the pre-release. Now, if a store is just holding an event and they're just in it to sell product and to make $1, then they get the stuff and they move it out the door. There was at one point one of the sets, I believe that even happened, where Wizards of the Coast said, you know what, the second you get the product, you can sell it, right? Forget street dates, just sell it. Because a lot of the big box stores like Walmart and Target were just, once they receive it, they put it on the floor. They didn't hold it in their back room. There was no point for them to hold it in their back room, because they would just walk off the shelves anyway. So just put it out there and let it be. Now, I haven't heard many of these stories left, mostly because Walmart and Target has now pulled a lot of this product off the shelves. This is from Card Market. There was news. Pre-sale policy changes for private and professional sellers. Hello, Wizards has announced a rather significant change in pre-sale policy for all sellers. This is back in 2022, back in November. Starting immediately for all upcoming Magic the Gathering releases with pre-release, private and WPN store professional sellers can ship their Magic singles and sealed products before release. Unfortunately, professional sellers who do not also have a WPN store are not allowed to list Magic products with pre-release before the release date, regardless if the pre-sale status on Card Market. WPN store professional sellers with pre-selling privileges on Card Market can list Magic the Gathering cards as soon as they appear on the Card Market product catalog. So pretty much, if there was a pre-release, you can sell them right from that pre-release. But like I said, there was other circumstances where cards and boxes were being able to be sold before even the pre-release happened. And this change happened back at Brothers War. That's when they started saying, once you got the product, you can get rid of it. First, at pre-release events held at participating stores, you will now be able to purchase all product in any quantity during the pre-release window. Set boosters, you can get them. Collector's boosters, kick off that collection early. Draft boosters, bundles, commander decks, jumpstart boosters, yes, 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 and yes. So, and this, if you can buy any sort of product at any quantity, that would also include singles, right? Secondly, we're going to continue a test starting with Streets of New Capenna and have a tabletop pre-release come before digital release. That I gotta say is one of the most positive things that they've done it, because it used to be Arena was first, and that was killing pre-release. Now, this story is pretty wild. I've never heard of anything like this. I've never heard of a private security show up at someone's door and demand the product that was accidentally sold to them be returned, taken from there without anything to compensate right off the bat. From his video, he was given a phone number to contact Wizards of the Coast. It sounds like he will be compensated in the future, but that's very surprising that they wouldn't do it there on the spot. With if you're hiring a security firm right off the bat to go there and pick this stuff up, there's a few holes here. There's a few things that I've got to question at the same time. Now, Wizards of the Coast has never, from my understanding, done this in the past. However, Microsoft has. And seeing the new CEO of Wizards of the Coast did come from Microsoft, it's very interesting to see. Is this where we're going with Magic the Gathering and Wizards of the Coast? They're going to keep their IP this close to the heart, this close to the soul, especially when a set's being released a month later. It's very strange at that point that a simple mistake in a warehouse would end up at this situation where old school MTG is being threatened with up to 10 years in jail and a $200,000 fine while his wife is opening the door, literally crying because there's hired goons that are about to crush some heads. This is not the Wizards of the Coast anyone knows or has seen in the past. I've never seen anything like this. This is something for the record books. Old school MTG, you are now one of the absolute legends in Magic the Gathering. There's going to be people talking about this for years to come, how Wizards of the Coast showed up at your door and confiscated $4,000 worth of product. I hope, dear to God, that they actually refund you and do a lot more and actually compensate you immensely, because that is absolutely insane. Now, the offshoot chance here, I've got to see this at all angles because that's who I am. If old school MTG is making all of this up, I gotta say the internet will find out, and it will not be very good. I do not believe this is a made-up story. I believe this is something that has gone completely viral and completely out of control at this point. And you know what? It's Magic the Gathering. Anything can happen with this game now because Wizards of the Coast does not keep tabs on who runs off their product, who does this, who does that. It shows up in landfills. They print too much. They just throw caution to the wind, and things are going to have to tighten up at Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro. Otherwise, you're going to be seeing a hostile takeover probably from another company. Maybe Disney, I doubt it. Maybe Enforcer Group or in the people that own the Lord of the Rings stuff. I could see them walking in on this situation. Anyway, I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix. I've rambled on long enough about this situation, this absolutely insane situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you all next time.